What is up, guys? Welcome back to episode 2 of the cards and checking out what we got in there. Yeah, if you watched my previous video, you saw we opened up those other two. Got only through 2 boxes. I want to try to get through these 3 boxes, so I'm going to try and make it quick, a little quicker. But still, this will be second video. And I actually am going to probably do a third part to go over that bag that I also found on this, on my previous trip up to thrifting up north. So let's get into it. All right, guys, so check this out. They've got written rookies on here, and it's in this big protector kind of deal. And let's see what we got going on in here. These look like they are all the same. Let's see what we're dealing with. 2024. So this was last year's. So Jason Dominguez, bunch of rookie cards. Daniel Palencia. All right, looks like they are. All rookie cards. All base cards, though, from this top set. But yeah, all right, there's that. Pretty cool. All right, all just like it said, all rookie. Interesting. Okay. All right. Already right there we see Digimon card game. Let's see what it's, and then actually Pokemon on the other side of that. So let's go through this. I'm gonna set those aside first. I don't know anything about these, so really I'm not gonna waste any time. I think we're just gonna go through this. But yeah, bunch of Digimon cards. They all are, nothing's hollow, it looks like. So I'll still throw those through the Collects app and see if there's anything significant out of that. And we'll see if these Pokemon have anything real quick. I don't imagine, but you never know. I'm trying to see what the year 2021 on these. I still have not figured out how to tell what series anything's from, but anyway, yeah, I'm not seeing anything serious either in this set or this set of cards, so they're all base. Nothing, yeah. No hollows in there. So, all right. All right, let's see what we got going on right here. There's that Emergent rookie card, Prism. Zaire Williams. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but there's a really cool Paul George. T-321 blast off. That's cool. These are some cool ones. So I'll probably, there's a cool Kevin Garnett. Winter Stays. That's a neat one too. So I might throw those up there. Kind of keep those aside. What do we have? Global Reach. Joel Embiid. I can't remember if that's how it's pronounced. But Devin Booker. We found another one of those cards for, I think, the Steph Curry. There's a Chris Durrett. Not sure if that's how it's pronounced either. Trayman. Luka Garza. Alright. Couple nice cool cards in that. Let's see. Alright, back to some football. Javonte Williams. I mean, I think a lot of these are similar from the set we were looking at yesterday. What do we have here? This is, not sure if we can see that, but it's an illusion, so I'm not sure who these are. You know, they've got these in protectors, whoever had these prior. Those are pretty cool. I don't know any of those. There's another one of those old rookie. This is the Legacy 2020. Cool. All right. All right. Let's see what we got going on. Mike Conley for the Jazz. Dwight Howard. There you go. Gaines. Oh, Gaines. That might be a fun one. See if if anything pops on that. There's a cool Bo Jackson. There's another Patrick Mahomes. All right. That last one we found was I think. Ooh, and there's a cool Jerry Rice. All right. Looking good. Put that up there too. Ooh, that's a cool Kirk Cousins. Might be also a nice one to look at. Josh Allen, TJ Watt. Let's see. Everything's all backwards and upside down. There's another James Harden. Wang Zizi. I don't know if that's how he pronounced his name either. John Elway, cool. There's a cool John Elway. Let's stick that up there. I know they sometimes. Oh, there's DK Metcalf. That's cool too, and that's a cool one too. Jalen Suggs. Yeah, we'll toss that out now, just because it's different than these base cards. But all right, cool. That was first box. Let's get to the second. All right, let's get to this one now. All right, I pulled them out just to make that a little easier. So let's go through them. Yeah, Jordan Clarkson, Utah Jazz. Mike Conley also. That's a cool one. Isaiah Jackson, rookie Revolution. That's cool. Let's set that one aside. We'll see if that pops up. Another Travis Kelce. Ooh, in Fuego. Sam Howell. Not sure who that is. But all right, yeah. Mac Jones, University of Alabama, 2022. Not sure who he's playing for. All right. Kevin Garnett. Ooh, a LeBron James. I mean, I know that's a base card, but I don't have too many of his cards, so it's good to add to the collection. Kyrie Irving. There's another T-. Put that up there. after it. There's another emergent Isaiah Todd. Zion Williamson. I know there was a big hype about him. I don't know if any of his cards are, that's a base card. We'll check it out through that Collects app. Ooh, Karl Malone. All right, taking it back. Good old Karl Malone, the mailman. That's a fun one. I'll also put aside. And then the last one on that one was Tim Duncan. So I'm going to put those aside up here too. All right. Xavier Tillman, Jalen Smith, Justin Holiday. All right. And then who we got? Devin Booker, the Dom. Yep, that's that's cool. Trey Man. There's another Isaiah Jackson Revolutions. I believe that was the same card, right? Sure is. So we got 2 of those. And I still stick that aside just in case it's worth something. Alright, let's get through. Try to push through. Like I said, I don't know. Trying to make this a little bit not as long, and especially knowing that these are all a lot of these are base cards, but we are finding those different variations in there. Kyrie Irving. There's another Steph Curry. So I'll put that into my collection that I put aside. And Derrick Rose. That's a cool one too. 21, 22. Put that over on my other pile. There's that, and another Steph Curry. I'm sure these aren't, I will stick it aside just to keep it out, but might not be, it's probably not worth anything. Well, James Harden, a couple variations of him. Damian Lillard. Kawhi Leonard. Some of these, basketball, there's another LeBron James. All right, we'll put that one up there. I've kept, I'd say I'm a little more, I know some basketball players, more than football for sure. But there's Seth Curry. Interesting. I did not know there's another Curry out there. Damian Lillard. There's another, the same card. We'll put that up there just to keep it up there. All right. Let's get through this last quick stack. These are all looking base sets, but they're also, and then a lot of these right here are rookies. Zaire Williams. Not sure, yeah, who a lot of these guys are. So, and there's obviously a lot of that's a cool card, Jaden Springer. A lot of doubles and maybe even triples that are in this. There's a Russell Westbrook. We can put that aside as well. All right, there's box 2. Let's get to 3. All right, let's go through this. What do we got going on? Ben Roethlisberger, Josh Allen, Russell Wilson. Some good, cool. I'm not going to pull these out. These are kind of all, I don't know, they're all base. It just is really I guess it's how I'm feeling, right? You're probably thinking, oh, why didn't, yeah, like this. Harry, Brett Favre, should I pull it? You know I'm going to set that aside. Troy Aikman as well. Some of these retired guys, definitely. Oh, shoot. What am I doing? Is what everybody's thinking. I'm just trying to have a good time and enjoy going through the cards and really finding, checking it out, the adventure of it, I don't think it's really about if there's anything like crazy amount worth a lot of money, but it's the excitement of, like we've talked about, just not knowing what you find in a mystery box or pack, and just like this, just don't know what we're gonna find. And so it's not about if I'm gonna make any money, but it is about finding cool cards and then maybe some of them that could be worth something, that were just hidden gems, we would call them. Well, it looks like this, for the most part, is all base football. Last of this set, J.J. Watt, T.J. Watt, Keenan Allen. Yep, these are all just looking like the actual, I believe that box was a select draft picks. And so, yeah, I think a lot of this is those base cards. Looking at the box over here to the side, it does say look for blaster exclusive gold laser prisms. Yeah, so there's an Aaron Rodgers. But so yeah, I'm sure most all those were already picked. There's some Lamar Jackson, Dan Marino. Oh, gotta put him aside, right? So yeah, but there's still some fun ones to, I think, find in here, All right, down to the last one here. Let's get it. Tony Romo. All right, well, yep. See, well, that's another good fun one we'll keep up there. There's another numbers, Matthew Crawford, or Stafford, sorry. I saw the Ford and immediately my mind went to Crawford. Kenneth Gainwell. There's another Russell Wilson. There's Keon Johnson, Instant Impact Prism. Cool. Another Emergent, Cameron Thomas. Paul George. Zion Williamson again. I think that is maybe the same card. We'll put that up there. Wilt Chamberlain. That's really old school. There's another Stephen Curry. Obi Toppin. I'm not sure who that is, but there's a few other cards from that other one. There's a cool another Dominance Chris Paul. Tim Duncan, I pulled that one. Tim Hardaway Jr. That's cool. Another Jay Crowder. All right. All right. George Kittle, Elijah Moore, Seth Williamson. There's another Elijah. That's a cool one. Alvin Kamara, turbocharged. I don't know, I don't know anything about that guy, but I like the card. Javonte Williams. There's another turbocharge. Maybe we'll put these aside and maybe see if any of these pop up. Trevor Lawrence and Charles Woodson. We'll put those up there. Devontae, Mike Carter. And how do we end? Tyson Williamson. That one had something sticky up there. I don't like that. But, all right. Cool. That is it for box 3 and all the boxes. We've gone through all those. I've set aside those ones. So, yeah. That is going to be it for that. I hope you guys enjoyed going through those boxes with me for episode 2 of this series. And we will have one more episode where I bring in that bag of cards and go through that. So thanks again for watching, guys, and don't forget to like and subscribe.